Hey guys, hi, welcome back. So in this video, we will discuss about complex analysis. This is the first chapter of mathematical physics, which I will be discussing. And before going into the detailed topics, first I will just see some important relations in this video, and then we will see the topics which we will be covering of complex analysis. All right. So let's come with the first formula, or you can say the first relationship, that is e to the power ix. We can write e to the power ix as cos x plus iota sine x. All right. Second, we will see sine x. So sine x in exponential form, it can be written as e to the power ix minus e to the power minus ix by 2 iota. And similarly, we can write cos x as e to the power ix plus e to the power minus ix by 2. So here you can see the only difference is here we are having 2 iota, here it is only 2. Here it is a negative sign, but here you will have positive sign. Similarly, what you can write? You can write the formula for sine hyperbolic x and cos hyperbolic x. So it is quite similar, but the only difference is that you will not have the iota term. So it will be e to the power x minus e to the power minus x by 2. Okay, iota term will be not there. Okay, and here what you will have? Cos hyperbolic x. So you can write it as e to the power x plus e to the power minus x by 2. Clear? Also, what you can write? Sine x in one other way of expansion also. That is, you can write it as x minus x cube by factorial 3 plus x to the power 5 by factorial 5 minus x to the power 7 by factorial 7 plus and so on. And similarly, you can write cos x also. So cos x can be written as what? It can be written as 1 minus, here you will have even powers, all right? Factorial 2 plus x to the power 4 by factorial 4 minus x to the power 6 by factorial 6 plus and so on. All right. So this is how you can write sine x and cos x in the expansion form. Next, you can write sine hyperbolic x also. All right. So we will write sine hyperbolic x. So it can be written as what? X plus, right? You will have x plus x cubed by factorial 3. Then again plus x to the power 5 factorial 5 plus x to the power 7 by factorial 7 plus and so on. Clear? Similarly, you can write what? You can write for cos hyperbolic x also. So cos hyperbolic x you can write as what? 1 plus x square by factorial 2 plus x to the power 4 by factorial 4 plus x to the power 6 by factorial 6. All right, and so on. So these are very important relations. Now you see, you can also write e to the power x. You can expand e to the power x and you can write it as what? 1 plus x by factorial 1 plus x square by factorial 2 plus x cube by factorial 3 plus x to the power 4 by factorial 4 and so on. The way you have written e to the power x, you can write e to the power minus x also, right? So here what you will have? You will have 1 minus x by factorial 1. All right. You will have here alternate plus minus. Okay. That way you can write. So it's plus then minus. Again, you will have here what? Plus. So here you will have what? X square by factorial 2. Right. Again, you will have minus x cube by factorial 3. Again, plus x to the power 4 factorial 4 minus and so on. And similarly, you can write e to the power minus ix and plus ix. So let's write first e to the power plus ix. So it can be written as what? E to the power plus ix can be written as 1 plus ix by factorial 1, right? Again, you can write what? Plus ix square by factorial 2 plus ix cube by factorial 3 plus and so on. So similarly, what you can write? Similarly, you can write for e to the power minus ix, right? So it is 1. Here it will be minus because it is what? Minus ix. So you will write here what? Ix by factorial 1, right? Again, you will have here plus, right? It is minus ix whole square divided by what? Factorial 2. Again, what you will have? Again, you will have here plus ix with a negative sign whole cube factorial 3 plus and so on. It will be continued. So these are very important expansions which we will be using while solving problem. So now we will see two more important relations. So the first one is what? Ln 1 plus x. Okay, and the second one is ln 1 minus x. So first we will see what you can write ln 1 plus x, its expansion. So it can be written as x minus x square by 2. Again, you will have plus x cube by 3, then minus. Means here you are having what? Alternate plus minus. But when you are writing the expansion for ln 1 minus x, so there will be negative sign continuously. All right. That is minus x square by 2, minus x cube by 3, minus and so on. Clear? So these are two important formulas which we'll be using in branch points and all other topics in future. So till here is clear for everyone. So these are the 7 to 10 important relations. So let's have a review once again. So the first important relation we have seen is e to the power ix is equals to what? Cos x plus I sin x. So one more thing what you can see here, we have already written sin x and cos x, right? So here you can write e to the power iota x. You can write it as what? Just substitute the value of cos x here. All right, so you can write 1 minus x square by factorial 2 plus x to the power 4 by factorial 4, again minus and so on. Plus you can write iota, right? Sine is what? Sine is x minus x cube by factorial 3 plus x to the power 5 by factorial 5, okay, minus and so on. So this is how you can write. All right, so this is the first relation. Second is sine x. In terms of exponential, we have written what? E to the power iota x minus e to the power minus iota x by 2 iota. Cos x can be written as e to the power ix plus e to the power minus ix2. So hyperbolic also can be written. Here the iota will be not there. So you can write sin x and cos x in expansion form as x minus x cube by factorial 3. So you have to see in sin x you are having only what? Odd terms. In cos x you are having what? Even terms. And it is starting with 1. Here it is starting with x. So the sine hyperbolic x can be written as this. So the plus and minus sign is not making any difference. You have to just write all the terms to be positive. It is just the same formula as sin x. Clear? So cos x, cos hyperbolic x also you can write it as what? You can write it as 1 plus x square by factorial 2 and so on. E to the power x can be written as what? 1 plus x by factorial 1. So you have to do here what? E to the power minus x, it is there. So it will be what? Alternate plus minus. The formula is same. It is e to the power plus ix. So you have to just substitute here. Instead of x, you have to write ix. E to the power minus ix, you have to write substitute only minus ix. Done. So these are the two formulas for ln 1 plus x and ln 1 minus x. So these are important relations which we will be using. So I think this is clear for everyone. So after this, we will have lectures. On the first lecture will be on, we will just have a review on complex number. All right, the first lecture will be a review on complex number. So in review of complex number, what we will be discussing is that we will see what is a complex number. We will see the complex number in polar form. Also we will see the properties of modulus of the complex number z, its arguments, properties. We will also discuss about the de Moivre's theorem. We will see how we can find the cube root of unity and also the square root. Clear? And also we will see function of a complex variable. So the first lecture will be covering all these things after this. Second, we will go to the complex analytic function, right? We will discuss about the complex analytic function. All right. So in complex analytic function, the first thing that we will be discussing is the Cauchy-Riemann equations and the condition, right? We will discuss about the Cauchy-Riemann equation. Also, we will solve a few problems and we will just see some questions of NET and GATE examinations also. Clear? We will also discuss Cauchy-Riemann equations in the polar coordinate. After that, we will see the harmonic function, which is also a very important topic, and you will get questions from this as well. So this is going to be the next lecture. Complex analytic function will start with the first lecture as Cauchy-Riemann. Second, we will have the look on harmonic function. All right, we will solve a few problems. Then we will discuss about the Milne-Thomson method. What we will discuss? The Milne-Thomson method. So the Milne-Thomson method, we all know it is used to find analytic function, right? If u is given, we need to find v. If v is given, we need to find u. Means if either u or v is given to us. Clear? And also we will discuss some problems. And after this, what we will discuss? We will discuss about the power series expansion of complex function. We will discuss power series expansion of complex function. All right. So in this first, we will see the Taylor series. Then we will see the Lorentz series. So the first is what? The first is going to be the Taylor series expansion. We will see problems also related to each and every topic. Clear? The second is going to be the Lorentz series expansion. So these are very important series expansion of complex function. So this is a very, very important topic. All right. So after completing this part, we will go to the singularity of complex function. We will discuss about what? Singularity of complex function. Clear? So in singularity of complex function, we will discuss about what? Singular points. We will see about the isolated singularity and non-isolated singularity. We'll discuss about the isolated and non-isolated singularity. I am just giving you an overview of what topics we will be discussing, and under each heading, what are the topics, subtopics that will be there. Clear? And we will see also the types of isolated singularity. So the types of isolated singularity we will be discussing is what? The first is what? Removable, right? What is removable singularity? We will see with example. Next will be what? Non-essential singularity. All right. Next is what? Non-essential singularity, or you can say pole. Clear? And the last one is what? Essential. So all these three isolated singularities we will discuss using formulas. Okay. After completing this, we will come to the very important topic for net physics. Very, very important. That is the residue. All right. We will see how we can find the residue of a complex function. All right. We will see different problems related to this, how we can find the residue of a simple pole, how we can find the residue of a pole whose order is n. All right. And also when z is equals to infinity. Clear? We will see in this residue, we will see the Cauchy's residue condition as well. Cauchy's residue theorem. All right. This is what we will discuss. And we will see a few problems related to the residues. All right. We will see the definite integral of this cos theta and sin theta. All right. And for that also we will see problems. Then we will see what? We will see the definite integral of trigonometric functions. Trigonometric functions of what? Sine theta, and we will see of cos theta. Clear? We will see the examples also related to this, and after completing this we will see some evaluation of the integrals between the limit minus infinity plus infinity. We will see different conditions related to this also, and after that we will discuss branch point singularity. We will just have a small review and a look on the branch point singularity. All right. And lastly, we will see the characteristics of branch point. We will see its characteristics also. All right. So these are the entire topic that we will be discussing in different lectures. And after completing the entire syllabus and after the entire lecture, we will solve questions of CSI net examinations. We will solve questions of GATE, JAST, TFL, all other. Okay. So I think till here it is clear. You have an idea of what type of questions we will be dealing. And in the last video, when I will complete all the theories, all the papers, okay, related to complex analysis, NAT, GATE, JEST, all this, I will also tell you some books which you can use, from where you can solve more problems related to complex analysis. So that's all in this video. Thank you so much. Have a good day.